Ah, okay. Figured it out. Let's go for it. Excited to have you guys here. And sorry about those technical difficulties. I probably should have not used the new version of free conference call, video conferencing, because they have not worked out the bugs in that. So that's all right. I'm excited to have you all here. And tonight's presentation is going to be a great one. It's not very long. We are pretty quick at getting through it. However, I really feel like you'll learn something exciting and new for yourself and for your health and wellness. And my prayer is that you will be able to take with you what you learned here and bless your life in one way or another. So whether you're live or whether you're watching the recording of this, doesn't really matter. Welcome, and thank you so much. If this affects one person and makes your life better, then I've done my job. So let's start with our new definition of wellness. It's the constant conscious pursuit of living life to one's fullest potential. That truly to me is an exciting venture, to be able to live life to one's fullest potential and not be set by limits that we once thought that constrained us and our abilities. This presentation, we're going to be talking about Isagenix, and we're going to be telling you about some of the systems and packs and things that we have. This is not something where it's our job to persuade you to believe what we believe. This is our goal. We educate. You decide what you would like to do with that education, and then we will support you. And that's my favorite motto, because it kind of leaves the work on my end as me helping you understand something, and then I can release and let go and let you decide whatever is going to be best for you. Let's start with telling you a little bit about my story. So my name is Tiffany Erickson, and it's nice to meet you if we haven't met in person. But my story started about 4 years ago when I felt the need to to feel better. And I had had a baby the year before. I needed something that was going to help me to get, to get past my issues. And so this was my fourth baby. Her name is Eden, and she was a great pregnancy. It was so easy. I taught aerobics all through my pregnancy, step aerobics, even hopping around on the bench all the way through my pregnancy. They called me the Energizer Bunny. I felt like I did really well. And then even after I had her, I came back and taught. And for that next year, I really struggled with my weight. I ran 2 half marathons, thinking maybe, doing 12 to 17 or more miles a week would help. And I ate the best I knew how to. I knew that I had done green smoothies. I had done, a lot of different things that trying to eat clean. We were trying to do Body for Life, and there were just a lot of different things that we did that was to help me get the nutrition in my body and to get healthy, and it just wasn't working, and I didn't understand why. So I will explain to you why that worked. I knew for sure you needed to eat healthy, and I found myself kind of on this pendulum plan where I would have very healthy foods, and then I would go to the other extreme and have, burgers and fries and those kinds of things. And I still enjoy those things, but now I understand there was something lacking even from the fresh produce that I was eating, and why it wasn't getting my body what I craved so badly, which was nutrition, those amino acids and the vitamins and minerals that my body was craving. So before we go any further, this is just an Isagenix disclaimer, basically saying that if you get results, it's because of your work, and is not the Food and Drug Administration actually has 2 separate entities. They have a food entity and a drug entity, and When you're approved by them, it's because you pay them and you submit your food and your drugs. And so in the drug, we're not a drug. We are a food, and we are compliant with the FDA, but we are not. It's not been evaluated because we haven't paid them to evaluate the Isagenix products. So I think that's a really important thing to know. And just any of the things, like, is if you, I always say, if you give Isagenix 100%, it'll give you back 150. So it's basically that whatever you're going to put into it is what you're going to get out of it. You are what you eat. We know and we believe that. This is actually a sad truth. So the way that our food, our meat in the US is raised a lot of times is, and this is not everywhere, so if you know a personal farmer that doesn't do this, I understand, but the majority of our food in the stores that we buy is raised in a wire cage, and really, like, they don't see the light, they don't see, you know, they don't see a lot of the things that a normal animal should be able to see and experience, and so they're very stressed out. There's been multiple, these are just a few of the documentaries that have been made to discuss the way that the food is raised in the United States. So I think it's something worth checking into. And there's another one called Food Matters that I would really recommend. So your food really has taken a turn for the worse. And even when we're taking in vegetables and those kinds of things, America is in a health crisis. We have a lack of poor nutrition, and poor nutrition due to the way our foods are processed. We have environmental impurities that our bodies are trying to process, and our livers do a great job and our kidneys do a great job of cleansing and purifying our bodies. The problem that they're having is they're asked to do more than they were ever asked to do before, and it's really becoming a problem for them. We're naturally aging, but it seems to be that our environment is causing our aging to kind of speed up more than it needs to. We have a very obese and undernourished society, and this is not just about, looks or vanity in those forms. This is about getting rid of that belly fat, because belly fat actually puts you at higher risk for heart disease and multiple other diseases, diabetes, all kinds of things. So to be obese is not just about not being able to fit in the pants that you want to fit in. It's really about your health and your wellness over a long period of time. Our foods right now, they have too many preservatives, too many herbicides and pesticides, overly processed. There's too many GMOs, and there's too much junk. It's not optimal for our bodies. And there's a proof of this because the UCLA did a study in 1953 on a plot of farmland in California, and they've done this on other foods and other vegetables, but this is what they reported on the spinach, that one bowl of spinach in 1953, and then they went back in 1997, and they found that 43 bowls of spinach were the same amount of nutrition as the one bowl of spinach was in 1953. And why is that? Well, it's our soils. And I've listened to a really, really wise nutritionist talk about this, Jim Rhodes, and he says that what happens is we used to have all these microorganisms in the soil that would break down our minerals and those kinds of things and put them into our plants. And what happened was there's so many years of killing off the soil and using herbicides and pesticides on it to kill off little bugs. Well, what they ended up doing was they're killing off more microorganisms. And even people who subsidize and try to put in their own nutrients into their own soil, they're missing things because they don't even know. It's not like they took a sample and said, okay, what are we going to kill off? They don't even know what microorganisms they killed off or what their job was. And so we're missing all of that in our soils. And so even when you're eating a ton of leafy greens and a ton of good green foods and you're eating really healthy, you are missing essential nutrients for your body, and it's not going to give you the ultimate life quality that you are looking for. So our bodies are craving nutrition, and they don't care so much about calories as they crave as much as they're craving nutrition. And that's why I was going on that pendulum diet, because I was feeling like I was having all this great vegetables and these things that were good for me, and yet I was still craving something. And so I would go to the other end of the spectrum, and that's where I was having real problems. And these are a few people. This is my friend Becky. She had great results and amazing transformation, even while she was bedridden some of the time. This is our friend Michelle. So there are, this was Will. He was a personal trainer. So, people that are already fit benefit from this. People who are not healthy benefit from this. People from, older age categories benefit from this. Kids benefit from this. This is a nutrition program. This is not a weight loss plan, although it does help with weight loss. That's fantastic. So one of the things that I love about Isagenix is that they have a scientific advisory board. And right here on the right, you have John Anderson. He is known as the Mineral Man. He had worked for over 600 companies, developed over 2,300 products, and just an amazing mind on that man. And so he understands minerals the way nobody else can. You cannot duplicate John Anderson. In fact, the one thing that you can say about Isagenix for sure, there's a lot of things that you can say, but is that there is no duplication of John Anderson. There is no way that any other company can even touch what he's been able to do with the minerals. And I mean, even the best of the best. So he has gathered around him some of the best doctors around the world. In fact, he's even getting there's been several that have quit their jobs from prestigious universities to join him. And these are the ones that are on his scientific advisory board for our product development and just making sure that everything works well. In fact, Isagenix spends over $3 million a year to make sure that their quality and that their quality is what they say it is, which I think is amazing. So Isagenix is for health and for healthy aging. So John Anderson, the man in the last photo, and Bill Andrews, the man in this photo, actually teamed up. So Bill Andrews had been known before for his telomere support, which is, as a kid, he always had this goal to cure aging or die trying. And so if you ever want to know more about telomeres, there's actually a separate presentation that we can send you that will give you more information. But what's great about this is that Bill Andrews, before Isagenix, he was in the pharmaceutical world, and he did not know that there was a naturopathic way to create a telomere support system that would be as good or better than anything you could create with pharmaceuticals and not dangerous to you. So he teamed up with John Anderson. They created a pharmaceutical grade, but with herbal bases for telomere support, which is amazing. So love our product B, Isagenesis product, and what it can do for you. And even I take it. There's no age limit on this. I mean, they say under 18 you can consult your physician, but so like I said, $3 million a year is spent on our no compromise quality guarantee. Here is one example of how I really love that Isagenix really just puts the quality into their products. So in New Zealand, they have grass-fed cows that are pasture raised. They never have like the abundance of grains. They don't put any antibiotics in them. They don't put any growth hormones in them. And it's just a different mentality as far as the way cattle is raised in New Zealand, and on a massive scale. Even if there are people that do this in the US, it's not on the same scale. So we can't, get our whey protein from them. But in New Zealand, they have this ability, and the whey we get is from New Zealand, and we actually have a patented cold process formula that we use to extract the whey protein, and that means that it's undenatured. So most whey protein is going to be cooked, and unless they say it's undenatured, you can guarantee that it is denatured, because no one's going to tell you it's denatured, but they will definitely tell you it's undenatured. So undenatured whey protein is easier to digest because it has live digestive enzymes. Think about an apple or some kind of produce that you cut in half and how the apple starts to turn brown. That's because it has that live digestive enzymes that's breaking itself down in front of you. So the shake will do the same thing. So we usually will tell people to drink your shake within 10 minutes about of making it, because those live digestive enzymes need to break down inside your body instead of inside your cup. The Isagenix Supreme, we're just going to quickly run through the 5 pillars. So this is the Isagenix Supreme, something I take every morning, and I would recommend reading those little pointers on each of these. I love the Isagenix Supreme. You can have it as a warm drink. I usually get the powder in the winter, and then you can put the Isagenix Supreme, the taller bottle, in the fridge, and you can have that just 1 to 2 ounces every morning. It'll adapt to your body and what you need, so it'll give you more energy. If you want to take it at night and go right to bed, you'll sleep better. I take the Isagenix Supreme packets with me on vacation and travel because I never go without Isagenix Supreme. So one of those forms, I definitely have all of them throughout the year at some point. Right now I've got one in my fridge and I've got one in the cupboard. So definitely having the adaptogens, really, it helps with your stress levels. It helps with your cravings because of those stress levels. So just really something that everyone deserves to have in their body every day. This is a cleanse for life. There's 3 types of cleansing that we tell people you can do. You can do daily cleansing, so you can have it in the morning or at night. If we do daily cleansing, the way I started was to have a shake for breakfast, a healthy meal for lunch, and then some veggies in between, and then a shake for dinner, and then cleanse for life before I went to bed. You can also do a full cleanse day where we give you a schedule where you take cleanse for life 4 times during the day, and then you have some other protein snacks and those kinds of things during the day. And definitely the Isodelight chocolates. And then there's a 2-day cleanse. So that's the 3 types of cleansing that you can do. Definitely whoever invited you to watch this is something that you would want to check in with them and ask them, what do you recommend for me personally? And if they don't know, then reach up higher and one of us will help you and get you started on the right path. So this is the full meal replacement isolene shakes. So you just add ice and water. They're delicious. They're 24 grams of protein. Like they said, they have amino acids. They have the undenatured whey protein. They are amazing. And what I love about them is they're 240 calories, and you don't have to add any milk or those kinds of things to them. You don't have to add fruit. If you do, what's going to happen is that it's going to kick it a little bit out of the fat burning zone. So they're developed to put your body right in to a fat burning zone to help your body produce something called glycogen, which is your hormone that naturally produces the fat burning, that burns your fat. So that's why I always recommend, if you're on this for weight loss, then definitely just add ice and water. If you are not and you're on it for health, or if it's your kids, then I will definitely put in, bananas and strawberries and peanut butter and milk or whatever is going to help them to get those nutrients into their body. Is fantastic. And my kids usually will have a half a shake. So it ends up saving on our grocery bill because we love to have that healthy food. And sometimes when kids are so picky, it's nice to be able to say, yeah, you can have a shake, and know that they're going to get what their body really needs instead of just having some crappy meal or something that I don't know what they're going to get in. The daily essentials with product B is our vitamins. They come in AM and PM packs, and I should have had a picture of them, so I'm sorry. I'll work on getting that in next time. And then the product B is what I had mentioned before, that Bill Andrews and John Anderson worked on together. And they actually put the vitamins and the product B both into AM and PM packs so that you don't have to even worry about the product B separately. You can just take them all as one. Your energy levels will be up. You're going to feel amazing. You're going to have the right nutrition in your body just with those simple little packets. And, if you did nothing else on this system today, I would definitely say get the daily essentials with product B. So there's some different ways to get started. These are not the only ways to get started, but I'm going to give you some of our most popular ways to get started. And then you can kind of take a look and see what's going to work best for you and get back in touch with the person who invited you. Or, if you're watching this later on a recording, then get in touch with me or the person who shared this with you. So this is our family or business starter pack. So whatever you're going for, if you're looking at this for your whole family, or if you're looking at this saying, this is pretty cool stuff, I'd like to do this as a business. This is $36 a day for the month. And that's an amazing deal for your family. And it's also, if you do it as a business, then it's more than half of it is a tax write-off. So that's a great deal, great way to get started. Not everyone gets started this way, but I think it's an awesome way to get started. This is our Have It All pack, and it's $20 a day, and it has all 3 systems in it, and that's the best way to explain it. So our 3 systems that I feel like it's most essential for you to start with are the vitamins, the snacking, and the 30-day system. So you have all 3 of those, and then you have a bonus of the blender and a few other coupons on top of it when you get this pack. So this is a great deal. We also have the Pace Setter pack, which has 2 of those 3 systems. So it has our snacking and our 30-day system. So the 30-day system is your cleansing and fat burning system, which comes with your shakes for 2 shakes a day, and then your cleansing. So that's in all 4 of these packs that we're going over. And then the weight loss system is just your simple 30-day system. So it has your Ionic Supreme. This is the pack that comes in all of those. You're missing in this one your vitamins and your snacking needs. So really, to redevelop that relationship with food, I feel like it's important to have the snacking needs. It just depends on what's going to be best for you. Everything on Isagenix has a 30-day money-back guarantee, which I think is really important for you to know. If you grab a couple of friends and you start this system together, you're going to have more success because you're doing it together, and you're going to get a little bit of money back because you invited those friends to join you. Also, you have your 30-day money back guarantee, so everyone's guaranteed. Like, you either like this and love it and it's for you, or maybe if it's not, then you at least have that promise that it's going to be okay because you're going to get your money back. So I love that. At the end of the day, just remember that we educate and share, and then it's $29 for a membership. So whatever pack you decide, or whatever products you think you're going to need, maybe you work with the person who invited you here, and you decide what's going to work for you. So you can do a $29 membership. A couple of those packs, there was actually a free membership. So, it's a better deal, but whatever works best for you, just go for it. Get the $29 membership, get what you want, and get started. So we support you on whatever you would like to do. Isagenix is for everyone. You can see that there are athletes. None of these are paid or sponsored athletes. They are all people who choose to use the products because they know that they're the best in the world, and they want what's best into their bodies. So it's for healthy weight loss. Isagenix is for everyone. So how can you know if this is for you? If you're looking for a better solution, then this is probably for you. If you're someone who is always looking for better ways to find good nutrition, like I was, then this is probably for you. If you are someone who is looking for quality service and quality product at a reasonable price, well, then it's probably for you. And if you're looking to grow yourself in many areas, then I would say that it's probably for you. This is how you would know if it's not for you. So if you're not really someone who's ready or motivated to finish, then you might just say, you know what, I don't know if I want to invest in myself right now. I don't know that I still would agree with that. I still feel like you could probably invest in yourself and feel good. But, if you think that I'm not motivated to really finish this out and get the best out of it, then maybe I won't do it yet. If you're not ready to make a change, because I really feel like if you're going to invest in yourself, you should be willing to invest in making that change and be willing to be coachable about it. If we say, hey, we want you to post in the group once a week because it's really going to keep you accountable, then you need to be willing to follow those instructions because you're going to get the best out of it if you do that. If you're not in a position to make a commitment to yourself for better health, then maybe it's not for you. And if you really don't care that much about your health right now, I hate to think that anybody would feel that way, but I know that sometimes it's overwhelming. So just know, even if any of these is you and you're feeling like a little bit overwhelmed by this, we have a team that is here to support you, and you are not alone. And you don't have to feel like this is all up to you. So there is someone that will walk you through it. There is a whole system around. There's a private Facebook group that we invite you to join and be a part of, and experience this for yourself and really reach out. Allow this community to support you, because that's our goal for you. So if you feel Isagenix is the next step for you, get in touch with the person who invited you to this webinar, and just know that we are here 100% for you. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for listening in. Thank you for being a part of this. I know that it's going to bless you. I know that it's going to change you. And I have this gut feeling that we are just going to explode this. So make sure that you know that every Tuesday night we're here. We're excited to have you here. You're welcome to join back in, get a little bit more motivation, get some more information, and then make a decision for yourself. So thanks so much, and I hope that that was very informational for you, and that you can enjoy the rest of your night. Have a happy Tuesday, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.